Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Briuana. I am the author of 2 books and I'm currently working on 2 more. And in today's video, I'll be sharing the 3 things I wish I knew before I became an author. So let's get to it. Okay, the first thing, you don't have to be perfect to get started. I wasted so many years waiting for the perfect moment to get started writing. But I had known since I was a little kid that I wanted to be a writer because I was always fascinated by books. And I knew that one day I would want to write books of my own, but I felt like I didn't know enough to get started, that I wasn't ready, that my writing wasn't good. But I've learned these past few years that your writing is going to be terrible when you first start out. But the thing that helps you get better is practice. You got to practice. And if you don't start putting words on the pages at some point, like, you're just going to keep putting it off and you're never going to get better. So just get started. And the second thing, great writers read often. When I first started writing, I was so consumed with crafting the perfect manuscript that I didn't take time to read at all. But one thing that I wanted to be more intentional about in 2019 and 2020 was reading more books, especially books from the same genre that I'm writing in, because I feel like that helps you develop tips that you want to use in your own writing. And it also shows you what you don't want to do in your own writing. So by seeing what works for others, it kind of helps you decide what you think is going to work best for you. But if you don't read often, you might not be hip to the things that are popular in your genre and what things aren't currently working in your genre. And also, I think it's really useful to read books outside your own genre. I prefer young adult books. I love reading them. I love writing them. But lately I've been trying to get more into fantasy books, thrillers, and a lot of books like that, they help me figure out plotting, because plotting is something that I struggle with at times along with setting. But reading books that are outside my genre, it kind of keeps my mind fresh and helps me come up with some really good ideas, and you should try it. And the last thing I wish I known was the importance of being consistent. I struggle with consistency sometimes, especially when it comes to having a consistent writing schedule. Even 4 years after I've actually started writing, I struggle to have a consistent writing schedule. Like, some weeks I'm consistent and some weeks consistency is out the window. But one thing I have noticed about having a consistent writing schedule is that it helps you be more productive in the long run. Even if you consistently get maybe 100 words on the page each day, that slow consistency will build into something greater. But if you go so many days without writing, like, you don't have as many pages to work with as you would if you would have consistently tried to put like 100 words on a page each day. If you go so long without writing, especially when you're working on a book, it can be hard to get back into the flow of the story if you went like maybe a whole month without writing. I mean, that might sound a little drastic, but when I first started out, I was in a good flow with my book, and then I took maybe like three months off because I got stuck. But once you're stuck and dealing with writer's block, that might be a whole nother video though. But just still try to consistently do something, even if it's just small edits here and there. Don't take your eyes off your work for more than 2 days is what I recommend, because even writers need breaks, but having too long of a break can be detrimental to whatever project you're working on. So please try to be consistent and find what type of writing schedule works for you, because what works for another writer might not work for you. But with experience and with time, you're going to figure out what works best for you and the body of work that you're working on. All right, that concludes this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and be looking forward to another video from me tomorrow, because we're continuing Vlogmas. I will see y'all later.